What's up everyone, Wetwork here, and it's the morning. You're probably wondering, wow, I care so much. You probably care because this is the very first time I'm ever making a video at, what time is it? 7:30 in the morning. So yeah, I woke up at 5 o'clock, gonna go back to sleep, hate my life. Of course, today is my birthday party, so I'm gonna be gone for another week because I'm gonna have to go back with my cousins and spend a week because they want me to. So yeah, I'm gonna be gone for another week, but I'm gonna leave you with the sense of you'll be getting tons more reviews when I get back. But today we're reviewing something I am happy about. If you watched the last video, you probably remember me reviewing this bad boy, which is awesome. And I said, I left you with a little teaser for what this video is about, and this was the teaser. This 12-inch Mark 43 was the teaser for what's to come today. And it is today. It was meant to be tomorrow, but I was confused. I thought it was Wednesday on Thursday, and I thought, you know what, I'll do it on Friday. So there'd be an only 1 day difference, and then, yeah, no. Because then yesterday I realized, oh crap, it's not Thursday, it's Friday. And when I made that realization, I forgot to make the video. So yeah, you're getting this on Saturday, even though I thought it was going to be Friday, and I'm so confused. Been confused all week. So yeah. But today, I am happily reviewing another Iron Man action figure, because we haven't reviewed enough of them. I took down the review of him, the Mark 36. I don't know why. Yeah, I remember why, because the video I made after it, I decided to take down. But yeah, so that review wasn't really that good, but all the other Iron Men, like these two, you can find reviews on. Don't know why the light is so bright, jeez. You can find reviews of these two guys, along with the basic figure, and a couple 12-inch ones on my channel. And I'd be like, links down in the description. No, you can find it yourself. I'm not going to sit through the process, which is making a link in the description, when you really don't have to look that far. I mean, Iron Man is not that far away. I mean, I remember making an Iron Man action figure collection, like a couple months, or a month, I don't remember how long ago it was, but it's like, and then the very next, couple of days later, I got another Iron Man action figure. It's like, I just pump these bad boys in. It's always growing, it's ever growing. It's an ever-growing collection which will never end because of all the Iron Man action figures. Yes, there are stumbles. We have to deal with the stumbling fact of the 3 3/4 inch 5 POA figures, but those days are behind us. Now I got 5.5 inch 7 POA figures. You're probably wanting me to review the action figure already. You don't even know which one it is. It's special. It's the Mark 36 from Avengers Age of Ultron. Now what makes this thing special... Crap, it knocked everything down. It's supposed to go down perfectly because I managed to get this thing to stand. It's the Hulkbuster bath piece. You're probably wondering, what? So, you probably forgot that this figure, retail release worldwide, was part of the Thanos wave, or as how my cousin says it, Thanos. I'm holding back my anger. So yeah, you're probably wondering, oh, so what's so special about this? It's part of the Thanos wave, and it has a Hulkbuster piece. What do you mean? What's going on? I mean, there was an Iron Man that I wanted that came with the Hulkbuster wave, but besides the point, you're probably wondering, what do you mean? Why does this matter? This was the one only sold in England. I believe it was only sold in England. I don't think it was sold in America. I watched this YouTuber, not reviewer, I mean, called Glenn Webb. Sadly, rest in peace. But I remember him saying it was like, I think exclusive to Europe or the UK, I don't remember. But it was a wave of figures, and when I looked on the back, it had like Captain America, War Machine, Iron Man, Black Widow, Hawkeye. Anybody remember him? No. Who's that? You mean Green Arrow? Yeah, and then it had Loki on it. I thought this wasn't that one. I flat out forgot about that one, and I thought, oh, it's a little special because... And then I tried to look to see if there was anything different about the figure. I don't know if there's anything different, but by far, this is one of my favorite Iron Man action figures. But we're gonna sadly take him off screen because he didn't come with the head that like has the mask up. I'm kind of glad because probably would have came with a crap paint job. But there are more highs about this figure than meets the eye. But first, let's take a look at the back piece, because we're definitely never going to finish this thing. Number one, because this is the different colored version. So if I get the pieces to the other one, it'll probably be light red and not dark red, and it'll have a weird colored leg. And besides, they're making it in the 10-year anniversary of Marvel, or first 10 years of Marvel Legends. Looking at the leg, it is, number one, it is tall. Let's bring in Iron Man again. There he is. He stands really well. You'll probably understand why I'm so surprised. And it's not because, like, no, Marvel Legends can stand. Bringing in the Captain America from the exact same wave, except, bringing in the Captain America from Age of Ultron. It's the Civil War version, but they're the exact same figure. It's painted better. That's how big it is. It's almost 6 inches tall. It has got some nice sculpting. Gotta say, it's got some nice gold, and it has a double jointed knee that is really weird. And then it has hinge, rocker kind of, and it's got some nice sculpting made in China, of course. But besides the point, we're not reviewing this 7 minutes in and we haven't even taken a look at the figure yet. But you're probably wondering, he probably is the best standing Marvel Legends I ever owned. And you're probably going to be so surprised by this. But I thought he wouldn't be able to stand at all. Let alone be the best at standing. You want to know why? Probably can't tell, but both legs were warped out of packaging. They were bent in, and surprisingly, he stands really well. I mean, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. I'm so hyped, because look, he's leaning forward. I can't get him to stand good, and he'll just fall. This guy has warped legs. Stands perfectly when I go like this. Like, slam him against the ground. He's still standing. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. He's leaning. Entertained yet? Looking at the figure, this sculpt is amazing. Let me tell you this. But first, let's look at the accessories. It doesn't come with any accessories, but we're going to try out some things. See if it works. Because I have a bunch of blast effects. Can they stick into his feet? Because this is the only one that has it in the middle. No! They can't fit, which would be nice because they're in the middle of his foot. Crap. Because then I wanted to see if I could swap out the hand to see if I could get one with a hole in it, but I may not do that now since I know I can't even get him in a flying pose. I don't keep him in poses, but I do have enough blast effects to do that. But this may be And I'm saying this after reviewing this figure, saying this was the best Iron Man Marvel Legends ever. It may be topped by one made in 2012. Probably wondering, what? Iron Man 3 didn't come out in 2012. Or at least I don't think it did. I think it came out in 2013. This is the Age of Ultron one. You're probably, what, Iron Man 3? They reused the figure of Iron Man from Iron Man 3, if you didn't know, because they're the exact same armor, just repainted. Why wouldn't they? But I hate reviewing Iron Man figures. I mean, I don't hate it, it's just, you can never get good lighting with these. Either it shines too much in their face, or they're in complete darkness. But he's got more of like a dark gold. Because this figure I'm going to show you, the Civil War one, has like the base gold. You can see it's pretty different gold. I mean, not by that much, but this is more like a sandy gold, like the Iron Man 3 armor. But the only complaint I have about this figure are these things. This one's warped up a little bit out of packaging. And I'm worried if I put him like that too long, it's just going to stay there, and I don't want his shoulder pads to be like stuck up. But funny story about this figure, you're probably like, just get to the video already. Yeah, I originally almost got the original version made worldwide, but my mom said no because I bought Scarlet Spider the night before. I was very mad, probably because Scarlet Spider versus Iron Man. I mean, of course, now I have like 4 Marvel Legends of Iron Man, so you know, it doesn't really matter. But then I had this thing, and I didn't even know what was left of it. I mean, it's still in pieces, but that was my only 6-inch Iron Man figure I owned. Besides the, you know, Urinburn, but he wasn't created yet. But this, I just love it. The paint didn't get all the way into the cracks right here, but I think that just, like, emphasizes that detail there, which I love. I think I like this figure a lot because he's very unique to the MCU figures. Not because the newer ones now have the holes in the hands that you can't just bend up, they just are permanently stuck up. But he's the only one of the MCU figures that I own, might add, which is just 3, that has full blue eyes. Now, of course, the Invincible Iron Man had blue eyes, but they were like really, 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 really thin. I mean, look how thin his eyes are. This Iron Man has regular Iron Man eyes, and you'd think, oh, they're either just going to make them white with black outline like they did for Civil War, which I hate! That's one of the only complaints I have on that figure. I mean, I love the figure to death, but it's really annoying. And like they did for Infinity War, Civil Infinity, they outlined his eyes, the white eyes, blue. No, they did blue with a black outline, and I love that. This is the one when they finally started switching to that, which kind of missed the circles, because, I mean, who doesn't love the circles? I sure do. Well, you're probably like, what circles? The one with the circle right there. Now they have like this thing. I don't know what it is, but it's on the Civil War. It's not on Infinity War, but that's because he's got those weird gold things. He kind of has it, but yeah, just look, and the arc reactor looks beautiful. This figure probably pulls off the best torso articulation. Civil War was messed up. Infinity War, yeah, but this one, the armor had that curve, like had that detail there. So it was like already a point of articulation that would be hidden really well. And looking at the gold, the only complaint I have to say, besides this getting warped into packaging, is the back. Because it looks so bland. I mean, it looked blander with it, but this gold just stands out so much because there's nothing else on the back. I mean, yeah, there's the details down here and the details right here, but there's nothing else, even though I know for a fact there's gold down here. Because I remember customizing the 3 3/4 inch figure. Rather than that, I do like it a lot. It's got some nice gold and silver up here, and the details are just phenomenal. As per usual with an Iron Man figure, you're going to get a lot of details. and not all the paint will be put on, but this was like at the time where like they kind of didn't really get all the details. Civil War had the best back, I gotta say. Like, the figures always seem to be lacking in the back. Infinity War did have a nice back, but it was missing details. See, this is what happens when you customize figures. You realize how much details they're missing. But this figure looks really nice, bringing this thing again. Also, Noltis, almost said that, but look at the red. This is the orangish red. It's probably just a flat red. This is like a really bright red. This is a darker red, but here's like a dark red, and you're probably like, oh, that's not dark red. It's pinkish dark red. Because if you look at the figure, it's got like a very pinkish shine to it. If you look, it's got kind of like a shiny, like sparkly pink in the armor, as you can see right there and stuff. At some angles, you see pink, shiny pink, which is not a problem with me, because it also looks really dark red in some shots. Just some shots show the pink, and it's not a problem with me. Why is dark orange more of a problem than... Why is red orange more of a problem than, or like red pink? Don't know. But, the bag's connected to my leg. I just love the details. Also, I love this because it's just like, it reminds me so much of the Mark III, which, yeah, say, was my childhood Iron Man. Well, then again, both Mark IIIs were. This Mark III, you could take apart my childhood Iron Man, my childhood 6-inch Iron Man, then my childhood 3 3/4-inch one. It is missing his hands. I loved the Mark III. In fact, I wanted to get the original 6-inch Mark III. That was just the basic one, not the one with, like this one, you could remove things on it, which is probably why half of him is gone. I painted that gold for some reason. Don't know why. I lost his arc reactor, too. It actually stayed in for the longest time. I think it broke, though. Yeah, it broke. But it did have a really nice Tony Stark head. We're getting off track. This video is already long, but like, look at all the nice silver and gold details. It's really hard to see because of the light, but it just looks phenomenal. The only another complaint, the numbers right there. I mean, I don't like painting figures I only have one of. That's the one problem I have. If I don't have another version of it that's like similar, or if I don't hate the figure with all of my guts, I really don't want to customize it because I don't have another one of it. And this figure, paid $30 for on Amazon. Popping up that 2-day shipping. Oh, yeah, I'm weird. Probably just realized that, right? It's just very classic looking design. I love how the blue's around the white. It just looks so nice. His arms are warped again, but he also, this is the last movie Iron Man we got to see that painted, because the rest, starting with Civil War, gave him a hole that you could plug into. But remember the time where you didn't have like these blast effects? And in your collection, you just had, or play battles, as I don't pose these. I only have a shelf of figures that I don't play with, and then the figures that I do play with are all my Marvel Legends. So they're the Marvel Legends bin, and I just play with them. Remember the time when they just painted that on? And you just had to pretend it was shooting? I mean, I still pretend it's shooting now. But, like, you couldn't like plug one of these in and just have it act like it's shooting. In your display, you just had him standing like that. I remember those days. Let's look at articulation now, because I want to get the one last thing before. I mean, even like right there has so much detail. He's got some gold and silver going all the way around, which is nice. His head looks that far down, this far up, rotates. By the way, I found out there's like a hole there. Don't know why. You can see that holes right there. Holes. Just one hole. Rotates. Arms go out that far. By the way, this is the Iron Man, as in my collection so far, on Marvel Legends Iron Mans that I own, this Iron Man can put his arms up the highest. Upper arm rotation, double jointed elbow. And despite this giant plate right here, his hand hinges back pretty far. And it doesn't really warp it. It goes back down and it rotates, of course. Diaphragm joint, I love it. Looks the nicest, and it goes that far down, that far back. Side to side. Rotates. It's very clicky. His legs move that far forward, that far out. Upper leg rotation. Remember that was the time where they had like that just plain area right there. Double jointed knee. It's not really the greatest looking one, but it'll do. Hinge. Ankle rocker. And yeah, he also has like sculpted details for the thrusters. Now, I know this video is pretty long, but I love this figure. And I want to try something, because I've tried on every single Iron Man that isn't the Invincible Iron Man, because I want him to be unmasked. And the only Tony Stark head I have is this one, from the Invincible Iron Man. It does fit the Invincible Iron Man very well. I got it onto this figure, but it just doesn't really stay on. I can get on this one, but it just doesn't really look nice. And the pigs are too big. So I tried it on this one. And the result made me really happy. Because I managed to get it on. And it looks nice. It looks really nice. Bring in the light a bit. You can see it actually looks pretty darn good. So it says pretty darn good, but it looks really nice. And it's a really good unmasked Tony Stark. And it's good because he kind of had like the spiked hair in Age of Ultron. And I'm really happy about this. Oh, look at that. I just love this figure. But I'm like so happy because these figures, number one, I wanted a figure to play Avengers with, but this one is Infinity War and I broke its hand off. And this one's Civil War, and you know, there's a couple problems with it. But now I finally have a figure that, number one, I can remove the mask on and like put on an unmasked Tony Stark head on, and it actually fits really. I mean, I just popped it off because it doesn't go all the way in because the neck thing is too small, but it can rotate. Let's just do that again. It can rotate, and it does hinge, and it looks nice. I mean, it's a little far down on the neck, but that's because of the Iron Man helmet, but it looks really nice. It looks nice on this armor, and you can easily pop it off without ruining the figure, making it loose on the other figure's head, like the other ones, because of how small his peg is. So yeah, comparison time. You're probably like, jeez, how long is this video gonna be? I kind of like waited like 7 minutes to get to the figure, but here he is beside his companion, or old companion. I remember the days where they were friends. Captain America, don't fall over. To his child, Ultron. Here's the Ultron bath compared to the figure. Jeez, this Ultron bath is very shiny in the front, but not the back. I customized its back to get it a little shinier. There they are together. Looks nice. Because I want to compare him to figures near the time, here he is beside the BP figure. Here he is beside the Civil War armor. Civil War armor is a little tall. Here he is beside the Invincible Iron Man. The very old Iron Man. It's pretty small. And the Infinity War Iron Man. Now I'm just missing one from I'm just missing an armor from, you know, Avengers, and then I'll have an armor from every single Avengers movie, which is I'm gonna get a figure soon because the Mark 7 is gonna release, and that's my favorite Iron Man armor. But until then, this, I could say, is the best Iron Man action figure you can get, which is sad because it came out in like so long. But I bet you I want to get the Iron Man 3 version because I love that design. And I bet you it's really cool because this figure is amazing, and I know it has the paint. But, oh yeah, one last figure I need to show, and it's custom. My custom Ant-Man. See, I fixed the mouth problem Here he is. I watched Ant-Man and the Wasp, and gotta say, the ending will blow you away. Sound like, you know, Ant-Man and the Wasp. The ending will blow you away. Ant-Man and the Wasp, now playing. It takes two to make things go right. Notice that wasn't Iron Man 2. Never noticed that. So yeah, here we go. And here he is beside Big Brother. And here he is just with the rest of his family. I accidentally put the Marvel Legends one that's right here down. But there he is beside the 12-inch Titan Hero Tech one. I don't want to press it because it's broken, and it will say one phrase, keep lighting, and then like millions of years later I'll end up saying it again. Got the 12-inch one here, 6-inch, 3¾ inch, 2-inch, the disappointment. But I mean, I guess we can make an enlarging thing, you know, like Ant-Man, you know. Look at that. I mean, it makes no sense, but yeah. So that's it. See you next time. Make sure subscribe if you haven't already, and to see more Iron Man reviews and other Marvel and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom reviews, because I'm going to be getting some of them soon because I'm so hyped for the movie. Haven't seen it yet because no one wants to take me. And yeah. See you guys next time. Subscribe if you haven't already. Peace out. Sorry for the very long video. I wasted a lot of time in it. But yeah, it's here. He's here. The greatest Iron Man of all time. Until Mark 7 comes out. Then I'll be saying that in that video.